Second Chronicles chapter 6 verses 18. But will God in every deed dwell with men on earth? Behold, heavens and the heavens of heaven cannot contain thee. How much less shall this house which I have built? He said, will God indeed dwell with men on earth? In Matthew chapter 1 verses 23. Behold, the virgin shall be with child, and they shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which is interpreted God with us. Yes, he dwelt with man on this earth. He walked with man on this earth, and he lives in man on this earth. John 1:14, and the word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld the glory. We beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten, full of grace and truth. God said the word became flesh. He became flesh and he dwelt among us. Now, through his spirit, he dwells in us. He said the heavens of heavens cannot contain him. When you get the Holy Ghost, you cannot contain him either. You cannot hold him back. You know, you got to tell people about God. You got to tell people about the Holy Ghost and about salvation and what it takes to get to heaven. You cannot contain it. It's unexplainable. But you cannot contain God. You cannot put God in a box. Acts chapter 17 verses 24. God who made the world and all things therein, seeing that he the Lord of heaven and earth dwelleth not in temples made with men's hands. You know, you are the temple of the Holy Ghost. You are the temple of God. Those that got the Holy Ghost, you are his temple. You are what he's coming back for. You are the bride. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verses 16. Know ye that you are the temple of God, and the Spirit of God dwells in you. And once you get the Holy Ghost, it's the Spirit of God dwelling in you. He's living in your mortal body. It's him speaking through you. It's now his body, is not yours. It is his temple. You become the vessels of God. You're the hands and the feet and the eyes and the mouth of God. 2 Timothy chapter 2 verses 21. Therefore, if anyone cleanse himself from these things, he will be a vessel for honor, sanctified, useful to the master, prepared for every good works. If you are a vessel, you're cleansed, you know, you're holy, you're clean on the inside and on the outside. And he said, you're sanctified, you're useful for God. You're the hands of God. You're the eyes of God. You're the mouth of God. You're the voice of the one crying in the